Hello there, this is going to be a quick little update showing just sort of a few discs that I've bought over the past sort of few days. I'm probably going to be doing the updates like this from now on, actually, just sort of every sort of few discs I'll do on, just because if I, generally I would wait once a month or a couple of times every month, and then I'd have quite a few discs and I tend to ramble on about them a lot. So yeah. Also, I'm outside in my garden because I can't get good lighting in my room. So, and it's kind of a nice day. So, we'll start off with one I got today, which is June, the 1984 David Lynch version. This is the Arrow Blu-ray. This is the standard version. There was a special edition that came out couple of months ago, but this just came out this week. Just the sort of standard single disc version. There you are. No Blu-ray, just the 4K, but that's alright. Not very good film in my opinion. It's kind of a terrible film, but I still feel compelled to watch it occasionally, just because it's bad in a way that's fascinating. It's just so bizarre. So yeah, I have the Blu-ray, but yeah, I wanted to get the 4K because I'd just seen the new Dune film a couple of days ago, so I'm on a bit of a Dune high. So I thought, well, I'll pick it up. So I went into the Metro Centre today, and I went at the HMV and I picked it up. And while I was there, I saw that they had this Beetlejuice on 4K in a special offer. Basically, it was $19.99, but if you bought it with something else, it was $9.99, so a tenner for the 4K. Yeah. Slipcover's not in the best condition. There are actually two copies. They had this one and another copy, and the other copy, the slipcover, was in even worse condition, so this was sort of the lesser of the two evils. Yeah, I love this film. It's a great sort of comedy, and also kind of, because it's about like ghosts and things, it's kind of appropriate for Halloween too, so good film to watch this time of month. Something to note is that this has a new Dolby Atmos. I believe it's Dolby Atmos. It's got a new sound mix on the Blu-ray. I think it's Dolby Atmos or 7.1 or something, and it's been remixed, and they've actually replaced some of the sound effects there. So I don't mind too much, but if you're a purist, do be aware of that. The Blu-ray that it comes with it is the old Blu-ray, so it does have the original. Well, it has the original sound. It's not the original sound mix. That's a 5.1 up mix of the original stereo, but it has the sound effects. So if you want to hear the film the way it would have sounded back in the day, watch the Blu-ray. But if you don't mind the new, but I've heard, despite the sound mix being different, the picture quality is actually quite good. Also, the picture quality of Dune's quite good. I was watching a little bit of it, sort of sampling some of the extras, and I watched a little bit of the film, and Dune does look very good. Now, in the last video, I mentioned that I've made it a rule not to blind buy films anymore, and I've actually just broken that rule. With this next one, we have a 3-film set of the Halloween collection, which comes with Halloween H2O, Halloween Resurrection, and Halloween: The Curse of Michael Myers. I don't know why The Curse of Michael Myers is listed last, since it came before the other two. Yeah, so basically I was on a forum and we were talking about, I think the new Halloween, which I haven't seen, and I said I haven't seen any of the Halloween films post Part 5. Was that The Revenge of Michael Myers, or something? The 5th one. Because I mean, I didn't think any of the sequels were, like god awful or anything, but it just seemed like they were just the same thing every time. It was, Michael Myers goes out on Halloween and kills a bunch of teenagers, and it was just the same setup every time. In each film, none of the sequels really had any of the artistry that made the original great. So I just, they were fine movies. I just thought I'm not that interested in checking out more. But someone on the forum said that I should check out. He recommended H2O and The Curse of Michael Myers. He specifically said the producer's cut of The Curse of Michael Myers, which I couldn't get hold of, unfortunately. The version in this set is the theatrical cut. He said the theatrical cut's alright, it's watchable, but you want to get your hands on the producer's cut if you can. I couldn't, but yeah. So far, I've only watched The Curse of Michael Myers, which actually I did quite enjoy. I mean, story-wise, it was a complete mess. Like, from what I understand, when I say producer's cut, that's the initial sort of rough edit they did, and then the studio made them recut the movie and add reshoots, and as a result, the story kind of is a bit of a mess. But despite that, I actually did quite enjoy it because it had some good atmosphere. The kills were quite creative, and I thought Michael Myers was actually menacing and intimidating, which he hasn't really been since the first film. So I quite enjoyed it, and yeah, I'm curious to check out the producer's cut, which I think is only in a box set that was released in the States by Shout Factory. So I can't actually watch it because I don't have my region free player anymore. So yeah. But I will check out H2O and Resurrection. Resurrection, I've heard, is the worst Halloween film, but you know, H2O is meant to be pretty good, so yeah. Next we have Memento. I bought the DVD of this, I think this year, in the pound shop. It was in the pound shop, and I thought, oh, I've not seen that, so I bought it. This is before my rule of blind buying, so I bought it for £1, and I really enjoyed the film so much that I wanted to get the Blu-ray, but it was a bit hard to get brand new. I ended up getting it second hand, but yeah. If you're region free, you have a region free play, you can play Region A discs. I would recommend buying the 10th anniversary edition from the States, which has sort of a remastered transfer. The UK version came out like a year or two before that. The picture quality is still pretty good, but it's obviously an older transfer, so it doesn't look as good as the 10th anniversary. But you know, so if you can play Region A discs, get that one. But if you can't, this version's still pretty good. Actually, it does look quite good. I think it's the same master they use for the DVD, HD master, because a lot of DVDs, the masters they use were HD, like the early HD things, and I think it's basically that, but it does look better than the DVD. It does look quite nice. If you've never seen the film, basically Guy Pearce is a guy. His character, he's got like some sort of form of amnesia, and he's trying to solve his wife's murder. He can only remember it 10-minute chunks. So after 10 minutes, he just forgets, you know, everything up until what caused him to have the amnesia. So yeah, and it's told in reverse order. So like, it starts at the last scene and it ends with the first scene. Like chronologically, I don't mean it's like, you know, in reverse. It's like the scenes play out normally, but in the wrong order. And it works really, really well. I recommend it. Yeah, great film. And lastly, another sort of DVD to Blu-ray update. We have Ants, a film that from my childhood that I really loved. This is a Danish Blu-ray because you can't get it on Blu-ray in the UK, so I had to import. Yeah, I think I actually showed the DVD this in one of my previous updates, which DVD was alright, but I thought, you know what, because it's one of my favourite childhood films, I think I should import it. Yeah, it is even though it is in English, so, and it's got English subtitles and English audio, so you can. It's pretty much like I don't know why they didn't just release it in the UK, because I mean, this is already English friendly, but I'm sure the same studio owns the rights to it here, but never mind. Yeah. Basically, it came out at the same year as A Bug's Life. There were the two dueling ant films. It was this and A Bug's Life, and even though this came out first, generally it's sort of widely known that this was basically made to sort of Pixar were making. It was kind of known that Pixar were making a film about bugs, so DreamWorks kind of rushed this into production. But I actually think this is better than A Bug. I think it holds up a lot better. It's got a much stronger script. It's very funny. It's got like a lot of. It's got an all-star cast. Woody Allen, Sylvester Stallone, Sharon Stone, Christopher Walken, lots of really like well-known actors in it, and yeah, it's a really, really funny film. If you kind of didn't see this at the time, you sort of forgot about it, because it was, you sort of always heard it was a rip-off of Bug's Life. I actually recommend seeing it because it is a really good film. I mean the CGI, the animation, because it was only the second like 3D animated like feature film, and it does look very dated, but it is I do still recommend it, definitely. And so that's the end of the update, and I hope you enjoyed the video, and if any of the flicks I showed you hadn't seen, hopefully I've interested you in checking them out, and I will see you next time.